Hello, today we're going to be looking at the English vowel system, and we're going to be looking at two different types of vowels that we have in English. So, first thing we need to mention is that there are 14 vowel sounds in English, but there are only 6 vowel letters. The 6 vowel letters are A, E, I, O, U, and Y. Now, the problem of this is that as a result of having more vowel sounds than vowel letters, is that some vowel letters make more than one sound. For example, O can sound like U as in two, O as in go, and A as in top. Okay, so let's move on now. When I present the vowel system, I will be using a vowel quadrant. A vowel quadrant is a very useful tool to show us the location of our tongue when we make a vowel sound. So for example, the E sound, when I make the sound E, my tongue is in the front and high in my mouth. In the front of my mouth and high. On the other hand, if I make the E sound, my tongue is on the bottom, E, and the front, E, okay? And on the other hand, if I make the U sound, U, my tongue is in the back and at the top. Okay. Moving forward now, let's look at the 14 vowel sounds. Okay, we have E as in green. Okay, it's a very top high, front high sound. Then we have as in silver, as in silver, and that's a middle front. A as in gray. I'll talk about this later. E as in red, E as in red. It's a middle front sound, mid lower front sound. E as in black. It's the lowest front vowel. We have as in cup, A as in aqua. Okay, that's a back lower sound. U as in blue. Okay, that's a back upper sound. We'll look at that more. O as in gold. As in jaw. Ow as in brown. I as in white, and oi as in oyster. Okay. Let's look at some of the vowel sounds that end with the E sound. So for example, there are 4 sounds that end with E. These are E as in green, tree, okay, E. Then we have A as in gray and say. The interesting thing about A, I, and oi, about these 3 sounds, is that they start in one place and then they move to a different place. So for example, gray. Gray starts in the middle and it moves higher and front. Gray, say. Okay, see, when I say the vowel A, it starts in the middle and it moves up to the front. The same thing with I, as in white, as in buy. My tongue moves from the bottom to the front, bottom, middle to the front, up. Okay, front, top. So for example, buy and white. Okay, you can see that my tongue will move to the front. Oi, as in oyster, as in joy, moves from the back middle to the front middle. So oyster and joy. Okay, moving on now. There's something interesting to note is that when the first vowel when there are 2 words and the last vowel of the first word ends with a Y, it's an I vowel, but the first letter of the second word ends with a vowel, then the Y sound is added. So for example, we don't say be able, we say be able, be able. You can hear that Y being added there, be able. We don't say it, we say it, say it. You can hear that Y sound being added. We don't say try out, we say try out, try out. You can hear that Y sound being added. And we don't say my own, we say my own, my own. Okay, now there are some sounds that end with W, okay? There are 3 sounds, excuse me, not 4, but 3 sounds that end with W. These are ow as in brown, oo as in blue, and o as in gold. And the same with the Y sounds, they also move when we pronounce these. So for example, ow as in brown, it goes from the bottom middle to the top back. And O as in gold, it moves from the middle back to the top back. Okay, and the same thing as the Y sounds, when the last letter of the first word ends with a W vowel, and the second letter of starts the first letter of the second word starts with a vowel, then a W sound is added. So for example, we don't say blue ink, we say blue wink. You can hear that W, blue wink. We don't say no art, we say no art, no art. Okay, we add that W, sound no art. We don't say do it, we say do it, do it. You can hear that W sound. And we don't say now is, we say now is, now is. We add that W sound. Okay, some reasons to learn about the effects, these about adding the Y and the W is two reasons. One, to become fluent speakers and to be ready for that sound, that Y, that W sound being added. So for example, if your boss goes to you and he says, go to it, and you hear to it, what is to it? Well, you might be confused because you're not ready to hear that W sound there. Okay, so this is important reason to learn about that connected speech. Okay, so these are my references for the vowel quadrants. Hope that you enjoyed this presentation. If you have any thoughts, questions, or concerns, please email me, and thank you for watching.